Okay, this is question 38. Tom conducted an experiment using the setup shown below. It was observed that the paper cup A moves upwards after some time. So you annotate this part. Cup A moved upwards after some time. Tom further stated that the air around the candle caused this. So Tom further said the air around the candle, right, so it must be around here, caused this observation. Okay, this is something I wrote here to help you to appreciate an answer. Okay, as you know, hot air rises. So when hot air rises, right, it will create an upward force. This is how eagles fly in the sky. You don't see the eagle flap their wings, right? The eagle actually spread their wings because actually the ground gets heated up by the sun. So the hot air from the ground rises upwards, and this creates an updraft, so that when the eagles spread their wings, right, they glide through the air effortlessly. So here you can see that this flame actually heats up the air around it, and this creates an upward force that will push this cup upwards. Okay, so this observation, you should say that the air around the candle gain heat due to the heat from the candle, okay, expanding, pushing cup A upwards. Okay, so you can use the hint I put it there, or you can put in this answer as well. Okay, the air around the candle gain heat. The air around gain heat from the flame, I can say, from the flame. From the flame due to the heat from the candle. Okay, and expanding, pushing cup A upwards. Okay, so there are two ways. You can answer it this way, or you can say that the air gain heat from the flame rising upwards, create an upward force. Creating an upward force. Yeah. So there are two ways of answering. Okay, next, this one is actually, some of you have not seen this thing, but in some countries, they have this, they call the Sky Lantern Festival. Okay, so this is, they attended a paper, sometimes it's called Paper Lantern Festival, and this is what happened. He noticed that the paper lantern float in the air as they were heated up by the flame at the base of the paper lantern. Cool, so now I show you a short video on how this thing actually works. So you sit back and relax and see this video, which I will show you shortly now, this part. Okay, this one is how to launch a Chinese sky lantern.
Yeah, the block onto it there so it won't fall off when it's flying, so that's fine. You can see we've got a little bit of a breeze today, so it's not too bad, it's only light. Now if it's a large sky lantern, you'd want two people, one to light it and one to hold it, but this one's quite small, and so I should be able to light it myself. Now what you want to do is try and light each corner of the burn block.
So this is a fuel here, so when you light it with this cigarette lighter, it will burn. It's something like the wax, but this is not wax, it's like a solid fuel. You can catch fire after some time.
So we want to lift the lantern up now,
so in this part, the air around it is being heated. So you will see actually it will start to expand.
It probably would have been better to have the lantern upright when we were lighting it there. Just get that block fully ignited. Okay, and once it's ignited, then it's just a matter of having a little bit of patience and waiting for the sky lantern to fill with warm air. So it generally takes a minute or two for this to happen. So you just want to hold it there. You will start feeling it filling there.
So it's slowly expanding.
I can let go at the top now. There we go. And
Lift
it's
off.
going up and
Lift off. Lift off. So there's a sky lantern, launching a sky lantern. It can go up quite high. Actually, how high it goes depends on a few factors. Okay, because you see the surrounding air, right? If the surrounding air, the temperature is low, right? The speed of this rising up is faster. Yeah. If the surrounding air, right, like in Singapore, is quite warm, right? It will not cause this thing to rise very high because hot air rises. So if the temperature in the inside and outside is the same, right? This will not go very high. So the lower the temperature, the external environment is, the higher the sky lantern will go and the faster the speed of ascending.
And there we go, a successful launch.
Good.
So the main thing really is just to have a bit of patience when you're waiting for the warm air to fill the sky lantern. And you can see there it gets quite a decent altitude fairly quickly. And that is how to launch a sky lantern.
So thank you for sharing, YouTuber. So this is how to launch a Chinese sky lantern. Okay, why they call Chinese sky lantern, I'm not quite sure. Maybe in the past, they developed this to signal, as a signaling.
I'm not good with my language and communication.
Okay, so I come back to the screen share shortly. So come back to this question. Okay, so you are explain this observation clearly. So they say he observed that the paper lantern fell to the ground after some time. Explain this observation. So just now was launching, right? So when the flame extinguished, right? Okay, the flame extinguished, the air in the lantern would lose heat, and then will contract, and it will fall to the ground. So this one you can say it this way. For this one, let me share the answer here. Okay, so you say that the flame ceased, the air in the lantern lost heat to the surroundings and contracted. Thus it fall to the ground. Okay, then this one and 2, right, this part. How would the lantern in diagram 2 improve the balloon's ability to float in the sky for longer? Okay, because you see here the size is bigger, right? So there's more hot air inside. So able to keep it longer in the air. So for this question, you say there's more hot air trapped inside the lantern, taking a longer time in losing heat. These two answers. Okay, part A and part B. So these two parts, I do a screenshot and then send to you shortly. So those screenshots which I sent to you, you can quickly download before the lesson ends. Okay, next question, right, is about conservation of energy. This is quite commonly tested. What form of energy did the ball have at point A? So point A is that potential energy, or you can say gravitational potential to be more specific. Gravitational potential energy. Okay, GPE, gravitational potential energy. Okay, even you put potential energy, you will be marked correctly. Okay. So they say Danny observed when the iron ball was released, it moved past point B and was not able to reach point C. Explain this observation. Okay, explain this, because you must say that when the ball is being released, right, some of the kinetic energy was converted to heat and sound energy. Why heat energy? Because of the frictional force between the ball and the track. So it's unable to reach point C. Okay, so this part I will teach you to answer shortly. So this part you say, some of the iron ball's kinetic energy was converted to heat and sound energy, so the ball does not have enough kinetic energy to reach point C. Okay, so this is the answer. Some of the ball's kinetic energy was converted to heat and sound energy, so the ball doesn't have enough energy to get to point C. Does not have enough kinetic energy, you can say. Doesn't have enough kinetic energy to get to C. Okay, next, Danny modified the setup. He covered the track with a layer of oil and raised point A. So he does two things. He lubricated the track, right, and raised point A. So now with these two improvisation, that means he reduces frictional force and also increase the gravitational potential energy. So they explain why this happened. So there are two additional things. By adding the lubricant, it reduces frictional force. By raising the point, right, they increase the more potential energy. So now they ask you why is it so? So you must give the reason as this way. Okay. Oil is a lubricant, or you can say oil acts as a lubricant. Acts as a lubricant and reduces the frictional force. The frictional force between the ball and the surface of the track. Okay, this is one point. The second point is when A is higher or raised higher, when A is raised higher, the iron ball will have more GPE. Okay, so both of these will convert to more KE. Okay, so you can say both these two factors increase the KE, push up of the ball, allowing it to reach point C. Okay, both these factors increase the kinetic energy of the ball, allowing it to reach point C. Okay, we'll end soon. One more question to go. So again, I send this answer to you all, to the screenshot. The previous answer, screen 12, 13, and 14. Okay, last question here, this one. Okay, this is what do you call that, water wheel. So the water is being channeled by the water pipe. Okay, and I indicated here is flowing water. So at point A, the energy is kinetic energy. Okay, at point B is also kinetic energy. So when it hit the cup, sound energy. Okay, kinetic sound. What must John do to make the wheel move faster without changing any parts of the water wheel? So you can say raise point A. Raise point A. Or increase the height of point A. So I wish you all the best in your actual prelim next week. Okay, so I have covered this prelim paper. Then I will upload this by Monday, so you can do the revision for your exam. Most of you having the exam on, I believe it's on Tuesday, right? Yeah, most of you having science exam on Tuesday. Science paper. Okay, so I've gone through this already just to close the session. So this is energy conversion. This energy conversion. Okay, so I will finish this part. and I wish you all the best in your coming examinations.